Wow. If you thought this weekend couldn't get any better after the win against Manchester United last night, well, Newcastle have just drawn Sunderland in the FA Cup. We will be playing Sunderland for the first time in 7 years. Wow. Away from home at the Stadium of Light. So get your loyalty points ready. I think there could be a fair few to get this one. However, I think we're meant to get 10%, 15% allocation for FA Cup games, which would be 15%. I think people are saying around 7,500. Will Northumbria Police let 7,500 fans go to the stadium? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, it is happening. First time in 7 years, Newcastle will be playing Sunderland. Let me know your thoughts on that one down below. I have to say, I am very hungover after yesterday, but what a win for Newcastle. I've just been editing up a second video that I'm putting on my Patreon. Go check it out. Link in the description. It is free to follow over there. I can post more stuff, like with music in the background, copyright, the football, stuff like that. So go and check it out. So added extra for you guys to go and watch over there. Waking up this morning with a bad head, waiting around to see what this draw is going to be. Newcastle, Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. People are going wild. I tell you what, our cup draw, our draws in the cups has been crazy this year. We get the group of death in the Champions League. Get PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan. I can't even think. My head's banging. Then we'll get Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea in the Carabao, and Sunderland in the FA Cup. Crazy. It's been a long time coming, and I tell you what, it's been 7 years since we played them. You know, it's been a little bit longer since we beat them as well. Obviously, that's one thing they continue to hold over us Newcastle fans. We've got to go and change that, don't we? Come, I think, start of January is when they start the FA Cup game. So we've got a crazy December list, and then we'll go in to the January. But as I say, we had a great game last night. Great fun, great goal for Anthony Gordon. And I keep saying it. I keep worrying, that these 11 fit players that we've got are going to continue pushing on. Handled it in fine fashion last night. We dominated the whole game. I really, other than the goal going in, we just kept the ball and played them round the park. And then when we've got the goal, we're held onto it, which is quick, easy goal, and then head off home. There wasn't anything massively flash about the game. I didn't think. We just got the job done. And despite the fact that I keep saying, will these 11 players be able to keep going? It seems that way. That's three games in a week now. We've now got Everton on Thursday night before we head off to Spurs down at the Spurs Stadium on Sunday, which I will be going to. Cannot wait for that one. I've been to the Spurs Stadium a few years ago now. I did a stadium tour, which is on the channel, so if you're interested to see the behind the scenes of the Spurs Stadium before the weekend, go and watch that. But I've not watched a game there. But again, Everton on Thursday, a team who are, having a nightmare, really got the points deduction. Did they lose 5-0? Against Burnley this weekend? Didn't have a good one in that one. And then we'll go on and play a Spurs side who by all means started the season very, very well. I've had a bit of a dip, but I think will still be a tough game for us. And then, as I say, we've got a hell of a lot of games. Then is it Chelsea, Fulham? God, I'm not going to go through them all. I'll as I say, my head can't handle it. But through the end of that, then we take on Sunderland. And as I say, I've no doubt they will. I know that the jokes go around that whenever you watch Sunderland on TV, you always see all them pink seats with nobody in them. I've got a feeling they might well pack the stadium for this one. I'm sure there's a lot of Sunderland fans excited to maybe try and take a chunk out of Newcastle, because we are riding a high right now with the team in the Premier League, with the team in the Champions League, with the team with the richest owners in the world, and as much as they are the division down, and it has been a long time, they are going to, I've no doubt the players will relish the chance to step up and try and take a pop at us, and we've got to be ready for it. I think it's all about hostile atmosphere. I think it will definitely be one going there, so we need to make sure that we are fit and ready to go, and hopefully by the start of January, we might have had a few players starting to come back that can be involved in that one. You're talking about the allocation of 7,000. I've got a feeling it will probably be an early kick-off for that one as well. They always like to put it on the early, so the pubs are going to have to be open very early on that day for all the fans, either travelling down or getting the metro. I mean, the closest away game we were trying to work this out the other day. Obviously, I think it would have been Leeds before they went down, and then Burnley, because it's slightly more north than Manchester. I mean, that's as close as we're getting for games at the moment. It'd be interesting. This is a question of that. Would you like to see Sunderland promoted so that we can have these Derby Day games? Because it was one thing when it was up and down, and it was one thing that was spoken about quite a lot. Would you have them back if it meant we could play them again? And that kind of conversation has kind of gone a bit quiet. I've got a feeling it might come up again. Then you look at even Middlesbrough as well. I wouldn't mind having them up just so we can get some of these games. I'm saying it now when we are playing Champions League football and absolutely rocking it. I probably wasn't wishing for more derbies. A few years back when we weren't quite so good. But at the minute, it's the one you look for in the calendar. It's been a while since you've opened up the new calendar or the new fixtures and gone, there it is, or there's the one you want. Really, now it's just kind of, well, who have we got on Boxing Day? Who have we got on New Year's Day? You don't really look for a team, unless you do. If you do, you can tell me that in the comments. Well, I guess some of the big ones like Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, I think those are games that you still look for. But really, it used to always be, where's the Sunderland? Get the day off work, get the 2 days off after off work as well for the hangover. It's been a while. So yes, it is exciting. We will see how we get on throughout this month. And then, as I say, I'm pretty sure quickly into the new year, we will see our first Derby Day in 7 years. And, I'll back it already. And an away day win for Newcastle, heading over the stadium. Like, we can introduce Isaac and a few other new boys. Well, everyone, pretty much. Longstaff, Dummett was supposed to have still been around. I think Dummett's got about 25 players to introduce to that place. So yes, no doubt he will be giving them the run through ahead of it. Dan Burn getting his first Tyneside derby as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Drop a like, let me know your thoughts on the draw. Are you happy to see it? Would you rather it didn't happen? Would you like to see it happen more? Would you take Sunderland in the Prem if it meant we could have the Derby Day at St James's at Stadium like every year? You let me know down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Nurse your sore heads, and I'll catch you later.